going on down there?
Aaron, SEO, it's good for us all, and so are Transformers TCG spoilers for Wave 5 Titan Masters Attack. Welcome back. I pulled you in one more time.
Yeah, I thought I could get away.
You can't get away.
You started talking SEOs and end cards, and you got to get that ratings bump, and
that's right.
You got to do that other bump, and then you
smash that keyboard with your fist while you do something relevant to YouTube analytics, everybody, because I want you to break your keyboards. I am cruel. I'm not, however, without spoilers. We talked about a stratagem a couple weeks ago. Last week we talked about a character. Now we got a battle card. I'm into this battle card. And Aaron, you know why you couldn't get away from my SEO talk, whatever? Because I was projecting hollow matter with my hollow matter projector. You thought you were getting away from me?
You're projecting things, for sure.
I did spit everywhere when I said all of that just now. Projector is a good spitting word.
Very plosive.
Oh, this is on a... also, who is this in the artwork? Is that a Micromaster? That's like one of those not Battle Patrol, but Howl or whatever? Growler, Howler?
Maybe. I was looking at the thing on top, and it kind of looks like the Combiner Wars hand-foot gun.
Kind of does. Is that Combiner Hound?
Maybe.
No, wait a second. Is that Combiner Hound? I can see his shoulders in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is.
Wait a second. When we talked to Drew,
but he's got like a weird chunky thing on the front. Sorry.
No, those are that's on the Swindle toy. It has that weird angle on the front. Like the Swindle remold into Hound. Remember? Okay, this might make no sense in March when this comes out. We're recording this February 18. Remember when we talked
Hound
to Drew?
did have the big chunk thing on the front of him.
And remember when we talked to Drew and Drew said another character they had trouble with was Skylinks.
Uh-huh.
Remember Hound is part of the Skylinks combiner.
Uh-huh.
It's
part of Skyrain.
Well, if Skyrain is in Wave 5, I am so hyped. Oh my god. This might be either a little chuckle for the listener or just the saddest thing if like this is one of the last spoilers and they're like, dude, there's no room for Skyrain. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's already been mathed out. I don't know what you're doing.
It could just be that Combiner Wars Hound was the reference toy sitting there for this. I don't know. But man, okay, we got to focus on this thing because I think this thing is really cool. This is an upgrade armor. It's a 1 green pip, so it's like Pocket Processor. It's a 1 of in a deck, most probably. This armor, here's the thing about this armor I like. It not only gives you +1 defense, but also has an effect, which is the upgraded character can't take non-attack damage from your opponent's cards. This is a searchable anti-ping armor that also gives you +1 defense.
Yeah.
The +1 defense is what pushes this from, oh, that's cool, to like, wait a second. At least for me. Because it's doing something defensive while also parrying an extremely common, like, as far as I could tell at least, on the top tables of competition for this game, there's a lot of, like, ping damage flying all over the place.
Yeah.
And so if you could just search this card...
I'd really say it's doing, like, 2 things defensive.
Yeah. And having a green pip and doing 2 things defensive, to me, that's really good.
Yeah.
Because if this was a no pip, I'd be like, yeah, it's neat. It's like Blast Suit. You might have it. But no, I can confidently make this a 1 of in a deck and know that it's armor, so it's bashing shieldable. It's not as secure as a utility, but nonetheless, that's making your opponent have to remove a thing. And anti-ping, like, I'm really excited about... The only thing about anti-ping that makes me not excited is this going on to characters for whom being pingable is, like, the balancing point for them. Your Wave 1 Scrapnels, arguably, if he's still kicking around as of this coming out, because who knows, right? Common Springer. Triple Changer Springer, with his 16 stupid health and massive card draw. One of the things that can possibly fight against him is blasting him in the face out of combat. So this kind of scares me a little bit in that there's characters who I think could benefit from this enormously, but also a lot of characters could benefit from this enormously. I like this a lot. Aaron, how you feeling about this?
I'm feeling good. This is a card that I think has, like you said, it has... as a 1 of in a sideboard, I think it could be good if you're like, this jackwagon's got nothing but chip damage and bombing runs and all of this nonsense. I'll toss this in there. All the way to, I could see this being like, not necessarily, I don't think that we have that many default into decks at this point, because I think there's enough different play styles of decks. There are plenty of cards that in the first couple of waves that you'd put in, because we didn't have a breadth of cards.
Yeah, we had like 81 cards at the beginning. There's a couple, but yeah, I would say this feels more, unless ping damage is just everywhere when Wave 5 is actually out and being played.
Yeah.
Like this does feel like a strong one of in a sideboard. I mean, I truly, unless it's a problem, I feel like you could get away with just one with that green pip.
Yeah. And almost the only reason why I was thinking potentially more is if you've got like a 4 wide deck or something. Just because, like, I have 4 dudes I would like to project to, protect with the projector. I guess I can 3 of it or 2 of it to protect the 2 keys of the deck. And
you know how you could do this as a one of? You have this and Motor Master in your sideboard.
Yeah.
Throw this on Motor Master.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're like, hey, guess what? No.
You're just sitting there giving the double bird across the table.
Yep. And then if you just want to really like have a misplay of the century, you then attack first with Motor Master. And
Oh.
Like, wait, why did I do that? Which in casuals has happened more than once over in Toronto, and it's always a moment when you kind of like you wait till attack's happening and you go like, dude, what was the plan? Why were you leading with the guy who's doing the effect that you don't want to have go away? But this on Motor Master, I think, could be really fun. And Motor Master is a 5-star in a sideboard, so like this and a 5-star in your sideboard is not much of an ask of your sideboard, I don't think. So yeah, I am hype about this card. I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing this from a middling perspective, and I'm just not seeing the bigger picture. But when I saw that green pip and that +1 defense along with that effect, that's what got me just like bouncing in my seat. Because that +1 defense as well. If you're running like some kind of Galaxy Prime nonsense, and someone's trying to mitigate it by also just hurling direct damage at you, then you're like, hey, guess what? Galaxy Prime has +1 defense, and also that direct damage has to stop.
Yeah,
you have to stop doing that.
Yeah. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it.
Also, genuinely, I did not piece together the hound bit like shoulders and feet on this thing until you said the combiner hand-foot gun.
Yeah.
And then I just saw those shoulders sitting right there, and I was like, "Oh!" So I'm trying to not get too distracted by that idea right now. But
and I think as far as we go, week 1, as we're actually recording this, not in 3 weeks or whatever. I do not believe that Skyrain has been mathed out yet.
But also, I don't think anyone's even has them on those charts that they're doing.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I feel kind of guilty now. I'm happy we have this little sealed envelope, this little bubble of time where we're the only people who know about this hound artwork.
Yeah.
So we're able to sit here,
except for the people that drew it, the people at Wizards, the people everywhere else, the printers,
except for all the real
nobody else
people
knows
who
about
did
this
the work.
artwork. Yeah,
of the schlubs, of the people who don't know stuff, we're the only ones who know right now. But yeah, in the comments, please let us know your ideas for Holomatter Projector. Is this igniting you as hard as it is me, or are you going like, you fool? Don't you see how this is easily felled by X, Y, and Z?
Bashing Shield, jerk.
I mean, yeah, Bashing Shield's good, but you know what else? This is going to force some people to keep playing Bashing Shield. I think that the longer you make people feel like Bashing Shield is necessary in higher levels, the more that like, yeah, I'm eating up a slot in your sideboard or in your deck. I'm eating up a slot. Granted, a high value slot. Bashing Shield does a lot more than just remove Holomatter Projector. It removes a lot of things. But hey, you know what? Also, Holomatter Projector, throw in some spare parts. Get that Motor Master out there with spare parts and Holomatter Projector. Just go like, yeah, whatever. And okay, this is a green pip. Oh no, okay, this is actually terrible for overwhelming advantage. Never mind. I was thinking like, could this feed overwhelming advantage, but you never want a solo green pip in that equation because then you need white with a color, and it's only ever with green. So okay, you can't go that far, but. Nonetheless, let us know your ideas in the discussion thread or the YouTube comments, and hope you enjoyed these spoilers. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast for letting us do like 3 staggered spoilers. When I got that notification, that I was actually kind of like, "Woo! I feel like a real person."
Yeah.
That was cool. And of course, I hope you've been checking out everyone else's spoilers and supporting those creators and Actually, I'm just gonna say creators, because whatever. If it's just a person on Twitter, they create tweets. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone's valid. Yeah, please, folks who are sharing spoilers, please go support the work they do that led them to be in a position where they were then able to share spoilers. And if you don't care, then you probably aren't even hearing me say this. So, hey, if you're around for this part of the podcast and the spoiler reveal, you're one of the good ones. You tell them all I said that. In the meantime, thanks for checking this stuff out, and we'll talk to you later.
What the fuck's going on down there?